and of course, naturally, as soon as I hit the stream now button, is when we have someone outside with a car.
Of course.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to this playthrough of Dragon Age Origins. I'm joined once again by my regular co-host, Cybernetic Pink Eye.
You know, just one of Laura's other friends.
Stop.
I'll never get that out of my head.
Yeah, understandably, it's a bop.
It is, in fact, a bop.
For those of you who don't know, this last week, actually right on my birthday, the Steven Universe movie ended up dropping. And, of course, it comes with a whole new host of songs that must be covered, and will be covered one way or another. There's going to be, a bunch of... It's going to be all the covers.
Yeah, as well as a certain character who shall remain nameless, who we must protect.
Of course. I mean, God... Such a good movie. And a lot of people, I've seen a couple of people complaining that, like, it's not like a movie, and it's like, no, it's a movie based on a TV show. Those generally don't tend to separate too much from the formula that created them in the first place.
Yeah, like, granted, the movie does have its flaws. Like, the ending is questionable in terms of whether or not it was rushed or the implications of it. But again, regardless, like, even if I do have nitpicks with the movie, on the whole, I do love it.
Oh, yeah. Very well done, and of course showing that the Steven Universe team is very adept at creating characters that are not just two-dimensional, but are actually very fleshed out.
Yeah.
Anyway, so this side trip down a Steven Universe is all well and good, but today we're continuing our adventures into Orzammar. You may recall, last time, we had just gotten started and found out that, in fact, Orzammar was dealing with some difficulties in regards to their rightful king and who's going to ascend the throne after a certain someone has repeatedly, killed members of their family in order to take the throne. So it raises a question about whether he should legitimately take the throne. Oh, hey, Larks. No. See, I've never seen that show, so you can stop. Oh, wait, there is something over here. Something came up. Oh, yeah.
Deep roads are home to the Darkspawn now. Oddly, they're supposed to be safer to travel during a blight.
Oh, yeah. And there's a nug. Alright, so I saw this.
See, now all I can think of is that one Achievement Hunter animated thing. The power of 5 nugs.
Baby Nug! It's a subterranean bunny pig! You wrangle the nug into a box, ready for delivery to Boremore. Baremore? However that's pronounced. Hello, dork!
Hey.
I cannot say that without...
It's just one of those names where no matter how, like, affectionately you may refer to them, it's still going to sound like an insult. Like,
well, hey there, dork!
Especially for those of us who grew up with Ed and Eddie.
Oh, God. Dorks!
Dorks?
Wait, did I just pass another... No, I did pass another nug. There's supposed to be 5 of them.
Brick at the Szechuan, stop. I couldn't even finish the fucking joke.
Well, they are actually eaten, so...
I mean...
That's just it.
We grilling tonight.
Wait, where... Oh, it's over here! Hi! Okay, so I think there's one more. And I need to go into Dust Town for that.
Also, you know for a fact someone has got their painting in their room somewhere.
I think I just stepped in something.
Yes, you did. My heart. No. Oh, we're gonna get attacked, aren't we? Yep, I was right. I'm gonna get attacked. Well, enjoy being frozen, guys.
Hello, and welcome to Waist Deep in Mud.
Let us end this.
I feel like that would be the dwarven analogy to this situation.
Does anyone want to tank? Maybe?
Why would they want to start now?
You know, you raise a good point, but fuck you. Also, it's getting a smidge on the loud side for me. I'm going to scoot that down just a smidge. Oh. Oh yeah, well, no, it's not going to be the rest of it today. It's going to be a continuation of it. But this part of the game is that fucking long that, you know, this isn't going to be the end of it.
Also, I see you, Ragnar.
Yes, yes. Why all the way down there? Why?
I mean, he hit the flow. Next thing you know, Shotty got low.
I'm sorry, what?
I will excuse myself now.
Did you have a stroke?
I mean, that is pretty much how a lot of those songs are conjured up, I imagine.
Key to the
Now, mind
city.
you, that's not me dissing R&B or rappers, then, because there are great fucking examples of that music out there. I love in my defense of that, I just only managed to make myself sound even more white than I already do.
I mean, that is impressive.
Yeah.
Who is Orzammar? Orzammar is the current place that we are in. It is where the dwarves live. It's underground. It's where there's all of these things called castes. Because it's important to make sure that the classes know that they are just equally inferior. Alright.
It is sometimes so hard to believe that you've been through so much.
Equal life forms.
Shh.
I think I look younger than I am.
Yes, that is possible. When I was your age, I was just about ready to take on my first apprentice. In hindsight, perhaps I should have waited a few more years. I was arrogant, my confidence bolstered by my youth.
It is so hard to imagine seeing you now.
Oh, I've had some 2 decades or so to grow mellow. Believe me, back then I was quite prickly.
So you are like a fine wine, yes? Losing the raw edges over time.
I suppose there is some truth to that analogy, but dear Maker, I do hate being compared to wine. Or cheese. Especially cheese.
As Alistair looks over. Especially cheese. What, did you
Also,
say cheese?
hi, Soren.
Hi, Soren. Ah, okay, yeah. Well, I'm glad you decided to pop on in.
Yeah.
Anyway, I was right. The last nug is here. Okay. Items did you put them in your backpack, Evelyn? They're pretty big. I'm just picturing like this, like five of them in her backpack, and she's struggling to carry all 5 of the bunny pigs. Anyway.
Also, I love how the day after Banjo is playable in Smash, this game turns into a collectathon.
It's not. It's always been.
Go on, I'm out of the nut game. Got nothing to sell.
Well, I got a nug for you. Here.
Saraka, I'm back in the game, such as it is. I don't have much besides gratitude. We find a bunch more of these, and I'll toss you whatever I found.
Okay. Well, I had 5.
You're the best wrangler I've ever seen. But there's more out there. You're the best wrangler I've ever seen.
What?
But there's more out there. You're the best wrangler I've ever seen. But there's more out there. Is there a nug left in all of Thedas? Don't think so. You're astounding.
Why didn't you take them all at once? Why did I have to individually click on you to give you each nug? They were all on me.
Oh, this is like the freaking, like, the butterfly charm thing from
Oh god.
damn Legend of Zelda.
My only experience with that was the Game Grumps playthrough. I didn't even really
Yeah.
watch that playthrough, but I just remember watching, like, but you took my...
You're wearing it on your neck! You're a teacher! 1 + 19 is 20! It's that, but with nugs.
Well, I love that, like, they're visually we obviously don't see them, but like the nugs were basically on Evelyn, so like every time she would hand him a nug and he'd go, very good, but there's more out there, and she would just unsling another nug and hand it over to him.
I mean, yeah, it's like Soren said, you just pulling them out of your hammer space inventory.
I mean, I guess. Alright, and thank you for that little interlude. I'm going to briefly save whatever progress I have presently made.
Not a bad idea.
Not that it's a lot, but this game has crashed on me before.
Yeah, among other things.
This computer has crashed on me before while streaming, and that was a fun experience, let me tell you. I still cannot believe the timing of that, though.
I know! I was gonna say don't jinx it. Azrael might get pissed again.
I still cannot believe that. I don't know if any of you guys happen to watch my playthrough of Undertale, my individual streamed playthrough, but like at one point, when Azrael is giving his full force and asking you to quit, to give it up, and to stop fighting him on everything, and he unleashes his full laser force, my computer crashed! Blue screen crashed!
That's a hell of a patch, Toby.
Like, you know, this game has already been meta. It's closed itself, it's, you know, it's done all sorts of things to break the fourth wall, but...
Like, this is what happens when Toby hangs out with Sakurai for too long. He turns into even more of a troll than he already was.
Jesus. Alright. So there's a lot of stuff going on here.
Raise your voice in support of Lord Harrowmont, the one true king of Orzammar and our future savior.
Is that so?
Nothing I say is provably false.
What? So I just clicked on this crier who was like, Harrowmont is the true king, vote for him, or whatever. And then, like, I click on him and he goes, nothing I say is provably wrong. You know, this kind of negates what you were just saying, my dude.
I just get paid to speak the truth. If you have an issue, speak to my employer.
Uh-huh.
The public has a right to know.
Has a right to know what? That Harrowmont exists? Alright, I don't need to take that. And there's a bunch of people along the way to even talk to.
I hope you'll support Lord Harrowmont.
Maybe. Alright, I'm gonna be actually straight up front right now. I'm gonna spoil everything. I'm going to be backing Balin. I'm gonna tell you guys that right now because it's a long, arduous process and there's so much bullshit that you have to walk through. You become mired in it. It consumes all. And I know some of this is metagaming because I know what happens at the end of the game. But a lot of this is also just because if you pay attention to what the dwarves are saying, yeah, Balin killed his brother, and then his other brother, and then his dad, but he's actually not that bad. I mean, he's terrible and he's ruthless, but he...
If you look past the patricide...
Yeah, you know, the patricide / regicide.
Yeah.
Everyone should support Harrowmont. If you love him, consider donating and subscribing to his channel. Hey,
Also welcome, Sean.
But yeah, no, I'm going with Balin because if you talk to a bunch of the people who are actually around this area, Balin's the only one that actually acts like the castless are still people. And he actually has a lot of ideas about how to break some of the less necessary traditions of the dwarves.
Yeah.
And,
Of the dead warriors secretly wear Prince Balin's colors. Our prince has Orzammar's deadliest warriors behind him.
do they? What are you doing?
Mine is an honorable task, and I shall drown out anyone who claims otherwise.
Oh, okay. Mine is an honorable task, but I shall drown out anyone who says otherwise. Sure, that sounds legit.
Sorry.
The thing is, Ragnar, he's a good
Briar's
king
work is
exactly
never
because
done.
he's not amoral. He just has different morals than all the other dwarves.
Yeah.
All this is over, I wouldn't mind
And
giving
that's
a
kind of the
drop here.
point.
I could sing, tell stories.
Oh,
help
joy.
clear
That's
items from
unfortunate,
high
Sean.
shelves.
Ooh. Huh.
Asriel!
Well, let's not blame the flower child for everything.
Why, everyone else does.
Yeah, I know. Maybe we should avoid that.
And mind you, this is coming from me, so... Hey, Rubrina.
Hey! Alright, this is the shape we're at.
Thief! Who would dare take from the memories? Orden, I'm outraged.
Well, I have,
The shape.
and so has Lore,
What
but it
have we
usually never
reduced?
works out. Especially considering her roommates are pretty much, like, well, most of them are cats.
Yeah, no. Warden! I'm outraged! I'm sorry, I didn't know that I was interrupting something. You sounded like you needed help. The thing is that Balin is actually considered to be amoral from a dwarf point of view. I mean, he killed his entire family. Like,
Yeah.
that's, you know, that is what it is. But the thing is that all of that family was standing in his way of the throne, which makes him ruthless and not a great person, but he's an excellent king by the idea that he actually does a lot to bring Orzammar out of being completely swathed in shit.
Mm-hmm.
There is so much that's going on with the dwarves that, quite frankly, I don't really care if they've got a ruthless leader in place, because by their culture, he just did what everyone does. That is how people ascend to the throne. They do assassinations, they do murder, they plot and scheme and do everything they can to try and take power. That is traditionally how it's done. So all he's actually done is play by the rules of their own fucking game. And then they're like, oh, how could he kill his own family? And he's like, motherfuckers, you would have done it if you'd had the chance. Don't act like you wouldn't be the one with your knives at their backs if you'd actually been able to get close enough to them. The only reason why you're mad at me is because I did it first.
Exactly. God, I'm even reminded of those Jim Sterling videos you showed me. It's pretty much that line of logic where when you're not on the beneficial end of the stick, it becomes a big dramatic show.
Oh yes, the commentocracies. If you guys
Yes.
have not seen those, I also recommend them. Anyway, this
Go subscribe
dwarf,
to Jim Sterling.
this dwarf is outraged. Did you get a good look at him?
I did. He was bald, with the most garish brand across his head. Almost like he took pride in being castless. Imagine. He's probably in the slums somewhere. As if he'd find a buyer for a stolen tome in Dust Town. They couldn't know the value.
Uh-huh. So right off the bat, we are getting an idea of how the rest of Dwarven society views those that are called castless. Now, mind you, castless is something that you are born into. Sometimes you can become castless. For example, if you have a child with someone who is castless and whatever gender it is applies to... I forget exactly how it works, but basically depending on the gender of the baby, you can become castless because you had a baby with someone who was castless. Yes. Well, that's just it. I like the commoner origin, and if you play the commoner origin, it actually gives some more interesting insight into why Balin's actually a great choice.
Excuse me, I can't chat.
Well, fine. Fuck you, too. Hey, this guy's bald.
Perhaps you should
I
stand
mean-
over there instead.
It's
Why?
not exactly uncommon among the dwarves.
Am I in your light?
I'm quite busy. Please do not disturb me.
Really?
I'm quite busy. Please do not disturb me.
Well, fine. I'll go stand elsewhere, bitch.
Lovely.
You don't have to be that salty, Jeremy.
What?
Remember last stream? When that one dwarven merchant you're talking to looked exactly like Jeremy Dooley from Achievement Hunter.
Oh, well, I don't know that, so...
Oh, pardon me. Were you looking for a particular volume? Not that I could really help. I don't know the libraries very well. I'm just doing some research.
Huh. What kind of research?
I was looking for something about the Orton Tig. It was lost during the last blight, and there aren't many records left. They were a noble house once, descended from the Paragon Orton, who composed the grand epic of the Seven Brothers and the Ortonic Symphony. My mother's family believes they were descended from Kalana Orton, who was training in Orzammar when the Tig fell. I'm even named for the house, Orta. Unfortunately, any records would be buried in the Tig's ruins, somewhere in the deep roads.
Uh-huh. I'll be taking my nugs elsewhere, good sir. Good day! I'm a Grey Warden. I'm not afraid of the deep roads. Okay, I could try to find them.
You're from the surface. What do you know about fighting Darkspawn? There aren't even any expeditions planned until they settle this election. Otherwise, you need special permission from the Assembly or some great lord.
I'm a Grey Warden.
A Grey Warden? Mother always said that if anyone could find the Tig, it was the Wardens. I hear Prince Balin and Lord Harrowmont have both been sending out small teams these days. Yes, if you can find the Tig in any records, that could do it. That could prove I'm a noble. If you could. Maybe now that you're looking, it's almost too much to hope.
Well, okay. So now that's a little side mission. Let's see what we can do to restore this person's family to being a noble. Because that's a good use of our time.
I mean,
Very important.
that's just it. Like, in these games, Grey Wardens are essentially help for hire.
They're not, though. That's the point. They're actually supposed to be, like, in praise of the humble nug. Anyway, they're supposed to be literally their own order with the sole purpose of stopping a blight. The thing is that the only way to get people to actually fucking cooperate in the face of a blight is to literally do everything to fix their problems for them.
In traditional RPG fare.
I read a book and Alistair glows.
I mean...
Did you learn something over there, Alistair, staring at the wall?
Must have been a romance novel.
You can go ahead and... Yeah. Are you guys ever gonna do face cam? Probably not.
Not so much. Like, the closest you'll ever get was last year's hot sauce video. Maybe
Yeah.
this year's. I don't know.
Alright, Gloves of Diligence and the Search for the True Prophet. I think that is... Tattered Tome. Okay. Alright. Oh, still controlling Liliana. Alright. Oh yeah, and since Alistair leveled... Alright, make sure you can stand to take another hit. Holy Smite is not available. But, Shield Wall? Or,
Yeah,
let's
well,
see.
I wonder whose fault is that, Rubrina?
Oh, okay. What? I mean, I suppose that's not inaccurate. He's planted his face right in there before.
Mm-hmm.
But, so you're just sitting on the floor. You're just sitting on the floor. Don't you dare tell me that you're busy.
I hope
I guess when the
Are you looking
the
for
furniture
records
must
of
be
the
covered
Grey
in
Wardens?
plastic.
We have many.
Alright.
When I last walked this hall,
Why was that ever a
thing,
thing, by the way?
Peace.
Like, the whole,
The
like,
memories of
50s
Cutscene.
the swiftness with which change overtakes us. But it is different to see it firsthand. I apologize, Warden. I should not burden a stranger with such thoughts. I am Zebor, the shaper of memories.
I'm sorry, you were saying?
Me?
Yes, you! Because it
Okay,
was
I
so
wasn't
important
sure.
to talk over something.
Well, I wasn't sure if the cutscene was over. That's the benefit, I suppose, of the lag. But I was always confused by the concept of people putting plastic over their furniture to keep it clean. Like,
I mean, it works because all you have to do is then just wipe it down.
Yeah, but then you sort of lose the thing's function as furniture because it's not comfortable.
I mean, it can still be comfortable, and for some people, it's just a matter of, like, which would you rather have? A couch that is soaked in every grease and every single drop of bit of mess that could possibly be there, or something that is slightly less comfortable but easy to clean? Again, it's a trade-off.
If it's my grease, I don't care.
If it's your grease?
Yeah.
We're not going to talk about
motherfucker.
We're not going to talk about your grease. Let's see, yeah. Yeah, that's just it. The Grey Wardens were banished for meddling too much in the politics of the land, and that's exactly what we're doing, only now it's acceptable because there's a blight. So,
yeah.
Anyway.
I mean...
let's see. How do you know who I am?
The Grey Warden's visit has been recorded in the memories, along with all who accompany you.
Oh, so you know about Alistair, then? Okay. Let's talk about Orzammar, Lord Shaper.
Ask, and I shall do my best to answer.
Okay. Okay, so what's the difference between an ancestor and a paragon?
All dwarves who die return to the stone as ancestors, to guide their families forever. But only one every few generations rises to paragon. A paragon is a dwarf whose accomplishments change Orzammar so much that the Assembly recognizes they've been born blessed. They are venerated as living ancestors and found a new noble house forever bearing their name.
Nice. I do stream other games. On Sunday mornings, I stream usually a rotating game. I just finished To the Moon. And I'm actually going to be starting Danganronpa starting tomorrow. Mm-hmm. And I'm not going to be playing Minecraft because I do not own it. And it's not something that I've really played before, especially not before all of the newer advented stuff that's come into it yet.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can always check the archives of everything that I stream because they all end up on the channel, usually under the streaming, etc. game. Yeah. And this one just happens to be the one that I do on Saturdays. And it's going to be a very long game series, because I'm also going to be going through the other two games. And this one I've been doing for several months now, and I'm still maybe about halfway through. Anyway, let's see. And that's what Bronca was?
Bronca is a paragon, now and into death. She was born a smith, but her inventions caught the Assembly's eye. Before she had seen 20 years, she created a smokeless coal. It could burn in a cave without vents and no one would choke from it. It earned her paragon status.
Where's Bronca now?
She went into the deep roads 2 years ago seeking out secrets of the ancient smiths. She never returned.
Tell me some of Orzammar's history.
We were a great empire once, outnumbering even humans and elves. We traded with your Tevinter Imperium, and our land stretched as far in the deep roads as theirs did above. Kal Sharok was capital then, but we lost too many battles. We lost our golems, and we lost our territory. Now the Empire is simply ruined tunnels filled with darkspawn.
So, that's an interesting snippet of history, and they talk about doing deals with the Tevinter Imperium back in the day. Now, you may remember that Tevinter is the area that spawned the mages that traveled into the Fade and ended up turning the Golden City black and causing the Darkspawn to be created and all of that stuff. Well, the thing is also, Soren, the streaming that I do on Sundays is really, really, really early in the morning over here in the States. It's at 3 a.m. for me, which is 9 a.m. over in the UK. So, it's to try and accommodate for people who are not able to be up, which right now would be at midnight for people in the UK. So, a little bit difficult for them to keep up with that, understandably. Like I said, though, fortunately, all of my streams are archived.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, just staring blankly at me, that's always a good sign.
Man.
How did you lose your golems? What are golems, for that matter?
The Paragon Caridin, a smith of unsurpassed genius, invented the golems. For years, they were our weapon against the Darkspawn. One golem is worth a dozen dwarves in battle. But Caridin's Tig is far into the deep roads. When it fell, we lost his secret to creating golems. There are books about it along these walls if you would read more.
Huh. What's a Tig?
They are to us what a colony is to surfacers.
Where is Kal Shirak? Probably near to Vinter.
At the other side of the old empire. During the last blight, the kings of Orzammar knew they couldn't hold everything. They sealed the deep roads, abandoning everyone still trapped in far-flung settlements. It was the only way to survive. Kal Shirak is the only other city to outlast the blight. We only rediscovered them recently, and they still haven't forgiven us.
Enough history. Let's talk basic Orzammar again.
I will settle your mind if I can, Warden.
Let's go back to my first questions.
Please, speak your mind.
I'm sorry to disturb you. Bye.
Your presence here has been recorded in the memories. I wish I knew what significance it has.
Wow. That's kind of like a backhanded comment to make. Like, your presence has in the shape or has been recorded here in the memories. I wish I knew the significance of that. Wow. Am I a joke to you, Warden? Alright, so got a little bit of an insight into Dwarven history, including the golems, which you may recall that we have one. That might be interesting. However, I'm not going to be taking them with me into the deep roads because that's a whole separate issue.
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm gonna save all of our self-education. That's exactly what it is. Evelyn just writes on his forehead, Evelyn was here.
I mean...
And so I shall.
Dwarf internet? Oh, hey, Vartag.
Warden, it is always a blessing for Orzammar to host you. I am Vartag Gavorn, top advisor to our good Prince Balin. What news do you bring?
Huh. You know who I am.
It would be hard not to notice the Grey Warden and her eclectic entourage. I hear you seek the aid of Orzammar's finest.
I need aid against a blight.
Yes, the treaty. I've seen it in the Shaper's libraries. Now the difficulty is that the treaty only compels our king. And we are sadly lacking one of those right now.
Huh. Is there some way I could help?
My prince is the rightful king, but a disappointing number of lords back the upstart Harriman for the throne. If you show your support for Prince Balin, he might be able to assist with your requests.
I thought King Endrin himself supported Harriman.
That hurts worst of all. That Harriman would take advantage of the dying king's delirium to plant such poisonous suspicions against his own son. After that, you understand why Balin cannot trust the word of a stranger, however reputable that stranger might be.
Uh-huh. What? I look at the chat and I'm like, you know...
I mean...
Anyway. What must I do to prove my good intentions?
Harriman has engaged in a campaign of bribery and coercion to ensure that every house serves him. But if a neutral party, a stranger, were to approach certain key members, perhaps with irrefutable evidence of Harriman's deception.
Irrefutable evidence, which I suppose you have?
I'm certain my Lord Prince would show his gratitude.
Uh-huh. What kind of evidence?
Harriman promised the same portion of his estate to two different Deshers, Lady Dace and Lord Helmy. Harriman can't possibly grant it to both of them, but they won't find out until after the vote I have copies of the promissory notes Harriman gave each of them. Once they see those, they should both reconsider their votes.
Huh. Where did you get the promissory notes?
That's not important. If they
Oh,
ask,
is it?
say you found them while searching the Shaker's libraries for your treaty.
Huh. I'll find Lady Dace and Lord Helmy right now.
Lady Dace doesn't leave the quarter much, but Lord Helmy's adventurous, likes to spend his time at Tapster's in the Commons. Remember, don't tell them you got these papers from me. You learned of them and drew your own conclusions.
So that's just it. All Dwarven politics is sketchy as fuck.
Yeah.
And it's... Obviously, even Balin is doing shit that's probably very shady. But again, he's doing what he needs to in a world of utter backstabbers, so...
The assembly is in session. Enter quietly if you wish to observe.
Okay, well, I'll give it a poke. Is it gonna be... Yeah, it's a
Your mind has
cutscene.
gone to dust if we would pass such a writ. Half our houses would go broke without the service trade.
The proposal is only effective until we have a king to ensure we are respected by the surfacers.
Leaving you conveniently positioned to take over all contracts. I'll see your head on a pike first.
Deshers, lords and ladies of the assembly. I've already doubled the guard to prevent violence. Must I summon more?
Steward Bandalore, Balin's sympathizers are tying our hands with trivialities. They may as well open us to the sky.
I suggest we put the matter to a vote.
And I suggest you have a taste of my family's mace.
Enough. The assembly is in recess until the members can regain control of their emotions.
Emotions, which are terrible, and we're just walking out of there. Okay. Alright, what's your opinion, Assembly Steward Bandalore?
Stone-forsaken fools and dusters. I'm sorry. This is the assembly of the clans. Only Deshers and occasional guests of state are allowed in.
You don't recognize a Grey Warden?
Forgive me. I am so exhausted. I completely forgot about the message from the gate guard. Welcome to Orzammar, Warden. I hope you can forgive our unrest. The loss of our king has hit us hard. Respect for your role is great, but you won't receive a proper hearing until we have a king on the throne.
Well, that's Dorfist, Ragnar.
You're one to talk.
I hate them, but I'm upfront about it. And, I mean, we could talk about Dwarven crafts, but we haven't met someone who is selling Dwarven crafts direct from Orzammar yet.
Yeah. Much less Dwarven arts.
Warden, I'm outraged. Anyway. A blight is coming. Well, is there any way I can break this stalemate?
I must admit, Warden, I am at a loss myself. It lies with Prince Balin or Lord Harriman, and they are slow to trust anyone in these uncertain times.
Understandably.
I only wish there was more I could do for you.
You're fine. I'm just gonna stab your face later if that's okay. Anyway. No, I'm not actually going to stab him in the face. That's the job of another dwarf, not me.
I mean...
Whoa. Hi, can I help you?
I heard there was a Grey Warden here. I am Dulin Forrender, second to Lord Harriman, King Endrin's own choice as successor. Word is spreading that the surface may suffer a blight. It is shameful we are not in a better position to help.
I have nothing to say to the usurper. I have a treaty obliging Orzammar to aid against a blight.
That may be, and that is a terrible risk for the surface. But even if the world would end tomorrow, Lord Harriman cannot ignore Balin today. He cannot afford to trust anyone of unproven loyalties.
I see. See, the thing is, you can actually do a lot of double agent shit during this part, and ultimately, even if you were thoroughly supporting one person almost all of the way through, you can literally change your mind at the last second and endorse someone else.
I mean...
Anyway, What do you want me to do? Denounce Balin publicly?
If you wish to show you have no loyalty to Balin, then work against him in Harrowmont's name.
Balin is hosting a proving today, supposedly to honor his father's memory. The Deschers take it very seriously, and unfortunately, Balin found some way to blackmail or intimidate House Harrowmont's best fighters into stepping down.
Do you want me to find out why your fighters dropped out?
That would be enlightening. Though I hope you won't pry too deeply into things they don't wish revealed. If you wish to show your loyalty, enter the proving as his lordship's champion. With your order's reputation, I've no doubt the ancestors would favor your arm. Balin would never work with anyone who humiliated him in that way. Harrowmont would have no fear of meeting with you then.
I'll enter the proving and see why the others withdrew.
Excellent. The arena is located off the Commons. Talk to the proving master and tell him you're entering Lord Harrowmont's roster. The key fighters we lost were Guidon and Beisel. You can look for them in the fighters' preparation chambers behind the ring. And be sure it's before the fights begin. After the first bout, no one may change the roster. If you need to find me again, I will wait in the Tapster's Tavern off the Commons. There is no better place to hear gossip. Perhaps even word of your victory.
So, like, even though that seems like it's more trustworthy, again, it is a manipulation. It's just using what people...
News of the hour. Support Lord Harrowmont at your own peril.
Sorry, I was interrupted by a crier. But yeah, no, they're all trying to scheme and plot things and to undermine everyone else's reputation and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
Hey, Lady Dace.
What do you want? Ah, I suppose you're the Grey Warden everyone's
Oh wait, maybe I did this out of order. Are you Lady Dace? Well, let's see. You might want to look at these papers.
Well, this isn't exactly a surface broadsheet. Where did you get these? Never mind. It is true enough. There's nothing I can do about it. This deal was made on behalf of our entire house. Only my father can revoke it.
Where is he? I'll bring these to him.
He is leading a deep roads expedition, trying to secure an ancient tide. It's unlikely he'll be back before the election, but perhaps this vote is important enough for you to brave the tunnels to tell him? The Dace family would be in your debt.
How would I know where to find your father?
He was searching an old Idukan site. He left me with this map, in case his expedition never returned. I'll give you a pass as well. Usually, no one is allowed past the front lines. Does that mean you'll go?
Yes, I'll leave right now.
So Balin's victory means enough for you to risk your life. How interesting.
I'm a Grey Warden! It's what I do! I fight Darkspawn! Why would this come as a surprise to you? I would risk my life to chase a butterfly! Also, I love, like, I'm sure that, you know, Harrowmont would or Balin would appreciate your arm in the proving, and it's like, or Harrowmont would approve your arm, like, whatever one it was. They're interchangeable, except Balin's not. What was that echo? Like, instead of actually, so Evelyn has these voice clips that play whenever I click on something or tell her to do something, and she'll respond to it. But instead of actually, like, playing normally, it sounded muffled, like it was behind a wall. But she was right there, so it's like I tell her to click on the door, or I click on the door for her to go through, and she goes, and so I shall. But it's like, and so I shall.
I guess I better invest in some acoustic lava.
Acoustic lava.
That's what it said.
Well, it will dampen a lot of sound because you'll be dead.
Yeah?
I mean, until it dampens the sound, you'll be screaming, and I don't think that that's going to help very much. But, you know, once
dive in head first.
Once your vocal cords completely burn up to crisp, you know, then it'll be quiet. And yeah, you're right. Well, you know, we have some interesting papers, but you know who might have the accurate papers?
Ah, you return, Warden. Is there more you would know from Orzammar's memories?
Could you look at these promissory papers for me?
These are Harrowmont lands promised here. But these are not the deals we approved at the Shaperate. Where did you get these?
Well... God, neither one of these feels accurate, but, that's... not important.
Whom are you protecting? It is a crime against the Shaperate to falsify legal documents.
The papers are forged?
Not entirely. There were 2 promised deals, but their terms differed significantly from what is presented here. It appears the scripter altered the dates and locations of the agreements to make them identical.
Huh. I thank you. I need to have words with someone.
You are an outsider, Warden, but not outside the law. I hope you will not do anything to challenge the stability of Orzammar.
That's fair. That's fair, that's fair. So, just to give you an idea of exactly how sketchy everyone is in this situation, yeah, Balin has forged the documents, or at least Vartag Gavorn has. Yeah, this game is still really beautifully designed. Like, you can tell the level of detail that went into everything here.
Yeah.
And yeah, there are still people playing Dragon Age Origins. This is actually part of a planned replay that goes all the way through all 3 games that are currently out. So once I'm done here, all the way over here in Dragon Age Origins, anyway. Sorry, people are yelling at me. Oh no.
What else is new?
They're yelling in my ear! It's still an amazing game, and it's still very important for me.
Yeah.
Hi, Helmy.
You have come at a difficult time. Orzammar is ailing for want of a king.
Hi, that's the, Desire Demon's voice. Anyway, yeah, they are all outraged.
2 years tomorrow. By all the holy
Dwarven
Sonic ancestors. How can you people just ignore that?
Hi, Steve Blum.
Didn't go alone.
Yeah.
She took the whole house, everybody but you. So just get over to Tapster's and drown yourself already. You know as well as I do that's how this always ends.
You think I'm afraid of some cub warrior who's barely off the teach? I'll...
You lift a weapon or attack a single citizen in Orzammar, and you're stripped of your caste and exile. Even you can't have forgotten that. Get out of here before I call a guardsman.
Huh.
Can you believe it? Ogren's barely even warrior caste anymore, and he just clombs in here like he's entitled.
Who is Ogren?
Ogren's a drunken wretch. He comes up here 2-3 times a week, hounding people to lead some suicidal rescue mission after Branca. Gets quite violent about it. I'd be scared if they hadn't practically gelded him after he killed young Lord Mino.
Huh. What happened?
All Mino's son said was how unlikely it was that a bunch of Smiths would return safely from the deep roads. Which is true. Ancestors preserve us. That's what the warrior caste is for. But Ogren claimed it was an insult to a paragon. Next thing, they're in a duel to first blood to defend Branca's honor. Then Ogren starts screaming and runs him through.
I love that one of the responses. So then Ogren starts screaming and runs him through, and one of the responses is, "Oops."
Oopsie doodle.
Wasn't the duel to first blood?
It was a huge scam. Ogren should have been executed, but he'd won honors in the deep roads. Instead, they stripped him of all weapons and forbid him from engaging in fights within city limits. If he breaks the decree, he'll be exiled.
Huh. Why does Ogren care so much about Branca?
She's still his wife, isn't she?
Wife, huh?
Even if she took their entire house into the deep roads and abandoned him.
Huh. Branca was married to that drunk?
Well, before she was a paragon, she was just a smith. And Ogren was one of the best warriors of his generation.
That sounded like he was, like, speaking mockingly. It was the best warriors of his generation.
I mean, given the context of the conversation.
Why did Bronca go to the Deep Roads?
Chasing some old treasure. She was quite secretive. Outright rude, really. She said she never asked to found a house, that she didn't care about politics, and that we were too self-absorbed to defeat the Darkspawn. She actually threatened anyone who said they'd come after her.
Huh. How did she become a paragon? We already know this, but I'm going to ask you anyway.
She invented a smokeless fuel that let the Smith caste increase their output by nearly a third. Deaths from the Black Lung also dropped. The Assembly said she had the favor of the ancestors and declared her a paragon. They moved Bronca, Ogren, and all their relatives to the noble caste and founded a new house in her name.
I should get going now.
If you see any guardsmen, tell them Ogren was at it again.
Ogren was at it again. Alright, I'll keep that in mind. You're not going to convince me, however, that you're not drunk. Okay. Alistair, move! Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Oh! Thugs!
So, I've been hearing rumors that a certain wine merchant is falling behind on his payments.
I can't imagine what you mean. I pay my expenses.
What about the expenses your good friend Jarvia incurs when providing your protection? It's not easy ensuring nothing bad happens, that no one decides to just burn everything in your store.
My store! Please, I don't have much. Business isn't good. People are scared. Tell Jarvia I'll get her money.
Jarvia's not happy with your promises, old man. Now let's go inside and see what you've been holding back.
Okay, just casually walk inside after having threatened him. That's fine.
I mean, as you do.
As you do. I'm just gonna teleport through the door. Well, let's do that too.
This is all I have right now. I could get more if I sell something.
Well, well. Looks like we have a visitor. Friend of yours?
Is there a problem here, friend? Are these men threatening you?
Please, don't get involved with this. You don't know what they're like.
Then allow me to make some introductions. These are dangerous times in Orzammar, stranger. Lucky us, the merciful Jarvia is offering protection from the chaos. You're wearing some fancy stuff there. Might make you a target.
Oh yeah, I would
So
love
if
to
you
see someone
want
make a
the
target out
Carter's
of me.
Guarantee of safety, it's yours for the reasonable price of 10 gold sovereigns. Or I can't say what might happen.
Oh, if you want the card as guarantee of safety, it's yours for the reasonable price of 10 gold sovereigns, which I could easily drop and not even notice it. But you threatened me, so guess what? Oh, there's the option. Intimidate. Take a good look. Do you really want to start this? That sounded like a threat.
Are you going to make your donation to the Stranger Safety Fund? Or do I have to show you how dangerous Orzammar is?
Show me.
Whatever you say, lady.
You guys are really dumb. Really, really dumb. Like, I'm sorry, but...
Part of me was really hoping you'd go with the intimidate thing. That's for this. I'm on fucking fire.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you want to chase me? Hey!
Tag, you're it.
So, you know, guys, can you do that whole thing where you tank?
Again, why would they want to start now?
Well, she's dead. Alright, well, you can revive her.
They can. The question is, will they?
You can stop. Alright. Just one minor death, that's fine.
Great ancestors, he's dead! In my store. I have to get out of here. I have to hide. Jarvia will hunt me down for this.
What do you know about this Jarvia?
I've never met her, of course. They say she never leaves Dusttown. That's the older area of the city where the casteless congregate. She's the one directing this depravity. Since good King Endrin died, they're getting bolder. I wouldn't be surprised if her men come after me in the Diamond Quarter itself.
What do you know about her Carta?
A band of casteless thugs. They're to blame for all the crime in Orzammar these days. They're criminals, and the children of criminals. The ancestors themselves declared them irredeemable.
Uh-huh. They're children as well? You go that far?
Their births are abominations. They were born from no Kalna, with no acknowledgement by the Shapers. They are destined to be criminals.
Well, yes.
Actually, we shouldn't be talking here. I need to run.
Okay, racist. Anyway,
Again, you're one to talk.
yeah, again, I'm at least upfront about it. I don't fucking pretend shit. But, like, notice how, oh yeah, they're destined to become criminals. And it's like, okay, but when you give them no legal options to get money, then their only option is for illegal means of getting money and surviving, so it's literally the self-perpetuating cycle. If you don't give them any options except crime, then it is kind of inevitable that they're going to turn to crime.
Yeah.
This is a real-life problem, by the way. That in societies where we pretend like we're so advanced and yet still have the tendency to be like, yeah, you know, they're destined to be. What's this anyway? A concussion. Oh, Evelyn, you've got a concussion. Well, not anymore.
Yeah.
I think that this technically could have become a store for me, so I'm gonna load just in case.
I mean, might as well check.
Yeah, someone is born casteless. Depending on the gender of the child will also be casteless. If both parents are casteless, then they are guaranteed to be casteless, so.
So if you want the Carta's guarantee of safety, it's yours for the reasonable price of 10 gold sovereigns.
Take a good
Or
look.
I can't say what might happen.
Take a good look. Do you really want to start this?
Whoa, whoa. All right, you win. I'm not gonna die for 10 lousy sovereigns.
He immediately goes from threatening to, whoa, whoa, okay, you win. Like, all I said was, do you really want to do this?
Oh, God.
Hey.
Ancestors, bless you for saving my poor store. I don't know how to express my gratitude.
Huh?
Oh, sorry, you're in the middle of a thing. I'll tell you later.
Well, no, go ahead and tell me.
Well, I was browsing, and apparently the puppet designer for Netflix's new Dark Crystal series
is the baby from Labyrinth. Yeah.
They're the baby from Labyrinth.
Anyway, what do you know about this Jarvia?
I've never met her. That's she's the one. They used to be a problem only in Dusttown, but now they're in the Commons, shaking honest men down for coin.
What do you have for sale?
I'm showing you the lowest prices I can afford. I assure you.
Do you? Well, may as well stock up on some of these things. It's always a good idea to have these things on hand. And I don't care if they're lowest prices or otherwise, because I have way too much money anyway. Huh. I don't think this game is on the Switch, no. This is a little bit old.
I mean, then again, if Deadly Premonition could get ported to the Switch, anything's possible.
Well, may as well get some lyrium, and I have some flasks. Let's see. What do I need, to make a lyrium potion? So I need lots of distillation. Okay.
Yeah.
Ancestors.
Also, welcome, Goldilocks. Sorry I didn't see your comment earlier.
I don't know how to express.
Oh yeah, hi.
Yes. Glad you're finally able to catch the stream.
So, I mean, we can get some of these. You know, and honestly, okay, so this is going much better now that I haven't killed them on sight. As fun as it is to kill doors. I mean, it is on Steam. Game. Okay.
I love how the game was fighting you as you're trying to endorse it.
Yeah, it's on Steam. Also, you can get it through Origin. I think it's actually, like, if not free, like, I think if you have, like, a basic paid account, which... Okay, I'm going to basically say fuck EA, but... I don't want to support them, but if you already have, like, a basic account on the Origin game distribution, software, app, whatever thing, I believe you can get it completely for free, as well as Dragon Age 2. Mass Effect Andromeda, I think, is also for quote-unquote free if you're paying, like, $5 a month. I don't really want to recommend it because, again, it basically means that more money is going into the pockets of EA. But I do also believe in supporting BioWare. I am not proud of some of the choices that have happened recently, but I would like to see where they go, and I do hope they're able to turn things around. Yeah, the PC version I find to be superior because, one, you can get mods to actually really and truly customize your characters. Several of them are present on screen right now. You can also get, like, full companion mods, full side quest mods, and stuff like that. Let's see. I think I'm going to... Let's see. What am I going to do? I think... Alright, I'm sorry. I'm just, like... I'm all over the place on this. I'm trying to remember a good order to do these things in.
Right.
I think I have to go into the deep roads for that. Do I? I'm gonna run around randomly and, like, just, you know, whatever. That's fine. Yeah, they did. Okay.
What's this? A human? Can we make these tunnels tall enough for humans? I'm sorry, but I cannot allow you past the front lines without Adesha's permission. And I've heard nothing of any new patrols scheduled to leave today.
I'm looking for Lord Dace's patrol.
I see you have his daughter's seal, so I will not stop you. But be careful. Just because the beasts have pulled back from Orzammar doesn't mean there are any fewer in the deep roads. Either we finally have the edge, which I doubt, or the beasts are building up numbers for the next attack.
Actually, they've made their move. On the surface.
The surface? But I thought the vermin never went up that far except during blights. Ancestors save us if that's what's happening.
What do you know about Paragon Branca?
What anyone knows. She went out there with her entire house and she's never coming back.
You don't think maybe she's still there, Commander? She is a paragon, after all.
And now she's an ancestor. No one lasts 2 years in the tunnels.
Huh. Are Darkspawn the only danger in these tunnels? What do you fucking think, Evelyn?
Of course not. Down here, you're bound to run into giant spiders,
Gee!
stalkers, and other vermin.
Giant spiders, you say? Deep stalkers?
Ugly beasts they are. Walk on two legs, but they have the head of a worm and hunt in packs. Watch out. They're not afraid to take on a group their own size.
I should go.
Best of luck.
Alright, I'll tackle that in a moment. But I think I'm going to go try my hand at the proving stuff and dig around in what's going on there. Nugs! Alright, this is probably going to trigger some banter.
What was that soup you made for supper last night?
Oh, that's a traditional Ferelden lamb and pea stew. Do you like it?
Oh, so it was lamb then. It had a certain texture I don't normally associate with lamb.
They didn't make lamb and pea stew for you in Lothering?
We ate simply there. Whole grains made into biscuits or bread, and vegetables from the garden, cooked lightly. No heavy stews.
Ah, so the last lamb you had was probably cooked Orlesian style. Food shouldn't be frilly and pretentious like that. Now, here in Ferelden, we do things right. We take our ingredients, throw them in the largest pot we can find, and cook them for as long as possible until everything is a uniform...
I'm sorry, you're not going to be able to hear this, Griffin, but...
I'm looking at it, and...
Cook them as long as possible until everything is a uniform gray color.
I never took him for a fucking food snob. It's like, we do things right here. Yeah, you want to take your friggin' food wars outside?
Gray color. As soon as it looks completely bland and unappetizing, that's when I know it's done.
He's being sarcastic.
I know.
You need to eat in more Ferelden inns.
Because he's saying as soon as it's completely bland, that's when you know it's done. So, I think he is being a bit sarcastic there.
True. It's just, it always irks me whenever I hear people saying, "Oh no, this is the wrong way to cook this," or "No, if it's this way, it's not this particular dish." It's like people with like, you know, the classic case is like people saying, "Oh, anything but New York style pizza isn't pizza," or anything that isn't Chicago style isn't Chicago. You know, like pizza's pizza, all right, and it's a regional thing that differs even in fucking Italy. So I think the Americanized version has a right to regional variances too.
Of course.
Yeah.
You know, do they? I mean,
And that's just it. There is no objective best of any kind of dish. You can have a preference and favorites, yes, but don't go telling people that it can't be anything else.
Anyway.
Why would anyone find that entertaining?
Alright, so a bunch of proving fans. Okay.
Look, I already told the proving master I would.
My man
prove. You
Ragnar.
have to keep harassing me.
Pizza is pizza.
Yeah.
Okay. Who are you?
Why, I'm Basil Harrimont, but you know that. Why else would you... if you weren't looking for me, do me a favor and pretend I never said anything.
Did someone make you drop out of the proving?
I left the proving on my own business, and I have no intention of discussing it.
If you tell me what's happening, I could help you.
Look, it's just, when I was younger, I had a thing with this Idukan girl, Revelka. Lesser cousin, nowhere near the throne. Her family wanted her marrying up, so they matched her with a BMO. But we didn't exactly stop seeing each other.
Ah. Infidelity. So you're afraid your affair will be exposed?
She's married to a prominent Desher's heir. We should have stopped a long time ago, but I love her. Do you know what that's like? Now Balin found out, and I can't even help my cousin for fear he'll tell her husband.
What evidence does Balin have?
They have letters. Love letters Revelka wrote me. If they were made public, she'd be disgraced. Her husband would cast her aside, and I would be lucky to be allowed to die in a duel.
Huh. Did Balin threaten you himself?
No. One of his fighters, a woman named Yasha, she's the one who threatened to expose me.
Would you fight again if your secret was safe?
There's no way to guarantee that. I appreciate the thought, but they really have me over a shaft here.
I can get those letters back.
You do that? I don't know how to thank you. I know it's my own fault, but I'd have married her if I could. If you can make sure that evidence doesn't get out, I'd be happy to fight in the proving. But you need to find them quickly. Registrations close once the first bout starts.
And let's see. Alright, so... Russian. What is the name of the people that I'm trying to do things to? What am I trying to do things to? Why, Gwydon. Wow, someone laughed. Gwydon.
You new in the fights?
I see how it is.
I don't remember seeing you before.
What? I'm not making fun of your laughter, you
I
kookaburra.
know.
Kookaburra, whatever that is.
You're not even wrong.
Are you one of the fighters?
Was. Name's Guidon. I just tendered my resignation. Somehow I don't think the ancestors will favor me today.
Why did you resign?
It's not so much what happened as what's going to. I heard from a reliable source Lord Harrimant's already given up the throne. Balin called this whole proving to let his lordship save face when he concedes.
Huh. That's ridiculous. Harrimant isn't conceding.
Oh? And where did you hear this? That's more reliable than a member of the assembly.
Huh. Oh god, okay, I can lie? Or I can threaten. So, okay, I heard it from Harrimant himself, or, I mean, I could probably pass that check, or intimidate Dulin, and I'm rallying honorable fighters for Harrimant.
Oh, God.
So, of them, that's the honest one? But why is it an intimidate? Why can't I just be like, I heard it from someone who works with Harrimant? Like, well, let's intimidate this poor fucker.
I suppose there's nothing his lordship would do without consulting Dulin. He's always been his top man. Maybe you're right. I'm just a warrior. I've always tried to stay out of these noble politics. If I find out this whole thing was some flunky of Balin's lying to me for his own gain, I'll...
Get back in the proving and knock some heads?
Maybe I will at that.
So, okay, there are some interesting options and conversations here. Let's see, Roshan.
Do not disturb me. I must meditate before
I will say I do love that dude's armor.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's like very rose quartz.
Lord Darvianek Volney.
You looking at something?
Apparently.
Get out of here.
God damn it, Lurks.
Evelyn is outraged.
Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out. Get out of here. Get out of.
Remix.
Get out of.
Easy, Scorpion.
Get out of here.
No, it's like Scorpion's distant cousin. Instead of get over here, it's get out of here.
Oh, hi. Fine, ignore me, I don't care. Okay. Greetings, I'm Evelyn of the Grey Wardens.
Don't take it personally. Hana-shan's a member of the Silent Sisters. She doesn't talk to anyone.
What are the Silent Sisters?
They're an order of
No, I want her to
female
answer.
warriors, founded by Astith the Grey, a woman of the warrior caste who first fought for women's right to be soldiers. When no one listened to her words, Astith cut out her tongue and dedicated herself to training until she won a grand proving bare-handed. The women who joined her order cut out their tongues in her honor.
Jesus Christ, why? Who are you?
I am Ferindin. I serve as Hanashan's trainer and translator. As a silent sister, Hanashan cut out her tongue.
Yeah, you said.
Paragon, Astrid the Grey.
We heard.
As you might imagine, she requires my services for more mundane tasks.
You're saying she needs to borrow your tongue? I mean, I should get going.
Ancestors guide you.
What happens underground stays underground.
I mean, she cut out her tongue, so she can't exactly reciprocate.
I mean,
Get out of here!
I don't think dwarfs are that flexible anyway.
Varric, what are you doing here? Okay, this is not the actual Varric that we know and love.
Watch for Piotr Naidukin. He's won the squad combat 4 years running. He has 11 decapitations so far. He needs just 3 more for the one-season record.
What? Is he related to Balin Naidukin?
You sodding bet. First cousin, son of Endrin's own sister, and a second cousin from the Canoldan Naidukin line. When he was alive, Prince Trian called Piotr the horns of the Naidukin army.
Alright. I guess you've watched a lot of provings then.
Front row seats at every grand proving since my father took me on his shoulders. Name's Varric. I got a controlling interest in a mine off the old Roostin Tig. But my backers know not to hand me a pick any day there's blood on the stone, if you know what I mean.
I see. So, the proving's just a tournament?
Sure. Like King Endrin was just a noble. A proving is a sacred art. Any dispute brought to the proving ground is settled by the ancestors' decision, and no one can protest it.
Really? Yeah, no, nothing's going to beat her decapitation records, especially like, you won't, or what was it that he cried, you won't stop me, or something like that, and she just spins around and cuts off his head. Like, I think she will. What are the rules?
They change from round to round. Sometimes it's bare hands, sometimes weapons, sometimes pairs or squads. It's announced when the fight begins. That's about all the warning anyone gets.
Have you ever fought in one?
Are you out of your mind? I'm a miner, not a warrior.
Isn't that nice? Now, if you'll excuse me.
I'm telling you, Piotr will take the prize. You can put gold on it.
Uh-huh. Oh, hi, Alistair. That was literally right behind me.
Also, I really hate my foodie mind, because every time the dwarves mention the proving, all I can think of is, like... Well, for anyone who's unfamiliar, the process of proofing is where you take dough and put it in a dry place in order for the yeast to continue to activate, so that the dough continues to grow. And all I can imagine is someone shoving dwarves into a drawer in the hopes that they'll grow to be human-sized.
Go away. I don't talk to admirers until after the fight.
Hi, Piotr.
Guards, remove this intruder.
Enough said.
What?
Guards, remove this intruder.
Okay. Alrighty. So yeah, I mean, we'll just prove everything. I'm gonna save here just in case. Trying to make sure that I don't fuck up whatever my delicate plans are, but like...
The proving will begin shortly. I'm sure you can find a place in the stands. Or were you here to take part in the fight?
I'd like to hear more about who's fighting.
Well, with politics what they are, many combatants are dedicating their fights to either Prince Balin or Lord Harriman, mostly Balin. It's a regular parade of past winners out there. Piotr Naidukin always leads a battle unit. He's the prince's cousin. Niaja and Lukejan are twins from the warrior caste. They fight together, put on a good show. They'll all be in their chambers if you want to talk.
Uh-huh. Well, I guess I can take the option to fight as Lord Harriman's champion. I mean, again, it doesn't really make much difference in the end anyway. It just kind of flavors how you're received elsewhere.
I mean...
Well, that's a surprise. Never thought the Grey Wardens would take an interest in our king. Let me just put you into the schedule here. Now, is there a particular name you wish listed?
I'm Evelyn of the Grey Wardens.
We'll just call you Grey Warden, seeing as those human names are a real burr to pronounce.
Wow,
We
racist.
actually have an opening in the first round. Are you ready to start?
Huh? Who will be fighting?
Looks like Sawern's drawn first bout. He was one of the youngest champions ever. Beat his own father at 12 years old. All for the right to earn his battle status 2 years early. Are you ready to start?
What are the rules of the proving?
Fight start at the gong and go to first blood. No eye gouging, no groin pulls. The rules of each bout will be announced when it starts. You should be comfortable with normal weapons and lyrium enhanced weapons in single combat, pairs, or battle units. Are you ready to start?
Ready and eager. Let's give this a shot. She might not be able to qualify because she's a mage, but that would actually make it hilarious if she does.
That's what I like to hear. I will warn you, though. This is your last chance to make preparations or meet the competition. Once the fights begin, there are no new additions to the roster. All withdrawals are treated as losses and a sign of the ancestors' disfavor. Do you want to start, or would you like some time? The fighters' quarters are behind the ring.
I'm sorry to hear that, Penblade. I'm glad that you're able. I'm glad if I'm able to relieve some of that, but I do hope that things get better, regardless. Okay. So, what are you waiting for? I want to fight.
Go down to the ring, then. I'll be right there. This is a glory proving, fought under the eyes of the Paragons of Orzammar to honor the memory of King Endrin. First up is Sawern of the warrior caste. Many of you remember when Sawern made history as a lad of 12 by defeating his own father in this very ring. Today, he fights as a champion for Prince Balin. Opposing him, in Lord Harrowmont's name, is a member of the famed Grey Wardens.
In the name of House Iduken and our future King Balin.
You honor me with this fight.
First warrior to fall is vanquished. Fight!
Alright. Well, let's see. Alright, that was easy.
The Grey Warden!
Just go with you honor me with this fight, and then you just pull out your magic wand and end him.
Thoroughly. Are you ready for your next opponent?
Who is my next opponent?
Next, you're up against Miaja and Lukejan. As twins, they've always been allowed to fight as a single person. They're warrior caste, but their mother was a smith, so watch out for Miaja's hammer. And don't forget Lukejan. Most fighters do, and end up with a knife in their spine. Are you ready to begin?
Just point me to the ring.
All right, then. I'll see you out there.
I may decide that this entire thing was pointless.
This is a glory proving.
And reload from my last save.
The Paragons of Orzammar to honor the memory of King Endrin. This round, Harrowmont's champion takes on the notorious duo. The warrior caste twin terrors now fighting for Prince Balin, Miaja and Lukejan.
May the stone honor
When you fall.
you. Sure, and may the dirt taste good when I feed it to you.
First warrior to fall is vanquished. Fight!
Alright, well, let's try this again. Oh, you guys really are that dumb. You saw what I did last time. You're really just gonna do that again? Okay. And... oh, wait, did I cancel it? Well... and... was easy.
The exciting, adrenaline-inducing gameplay of Dragon Age Origins.
Exciting bout. 2-on-1, and you took them both easily.
Yes.
Are you ready for your next opponent?
Yes, I did. Who is my next opponent?
Well, this bout should be quick and dirty. You'll be fighting Hanashan, one of the legendary Silent Sisters. She's a ferocious fighter and dedicated enough to cut out her own.
That is the
tongue.
third time I've heard that
Ready to
mentioned.
begin?
Okay, just point me to the ring.
All right, then. I'll see you out there. This is a glory proving, fought under the eyes of the Paragons of Orzammar to honor the memory of King Endrin. Haramon's champion cleared the stone, but can she hold out against the Paragon's own favorites, the Silent Sisters? We'll find out as the Warden faces Lady Hanashan, who proves her worth to Paragon Ashtith the Grey by cutting out her own tongue. And to our Prince Balin by fighting in his name.
Good luck to you.
First warrior to fall is vanquished. Fight!
Again, I'm sorry. Alright, well, I'm sorry. I really am.
Are you?
Not really, no.
I was gonna say.
What? I fell over from that?
I mean, I suppose he had to spice up the contest to make things a little more interesting.
The winner is the Grey Warden! Eramont will be pleased, Warden. The Silent Sister support was a great boost for Balin. Are you ready for your next opponent?
You just King Ghidorah these bitches.
Okay, can you quote that, please?
Coming right up.
You just King Ghidorah'd these bitches. Yep. This is why you don't fuck with the Grey Wardens. Actually, I mean, it's not like they're deliberately... They're trying... I'm gonna support him, but... Who is my next opponent?
This should be a good match. You'll battle Wojek Ivo, master of all weapons, prisoner of none. He makes it a point never to use the same technique twice. Are you ready to begin?
Sure.
All right, then. I'll see you out there.
Alright. And once again, I will destroy everything with my magic.
Fought under the eyes of the Paragons of Orzammar to honor the memory of King Endrin. This round is paired combat. Just as Kianchet fought as King Bloodlik II, defending our empire, so have dwarves always fought alongside a second. Master of all weapons, prisoner of none, Wojek Ivo has never won the same way twice. What will he do today, lords and ladies? And will it win the day for Prince Balin? Grey Warden, choose your second, for you face Wojek Ivo and Valans.
Well, I choose Alistair of the Grey Wardens. May as well get my tank in here.
Last one standing will be declared victor. Fight!
That's literally what this is right now, Ragnar, is literally, I'm gonna end these doors' whole career.
Yeah.
Alright, well, once again...
I also love how the armored, like the heavily armored dwarf's shield just has an 8-bit version of himself on it.
Alistair? You wanna attack?
Again, I'm not sure what you were expecting.
Okay, actually attack them, please. And just gonna do this again, I guess. This isn't even a fight!
It's really not.
The
Also, I love how that dwarf just phased through Alistair while trying to get to you. It just shows what a non-entity he is in combat.
Jesus fucking
Wojak
Christ.
Ivo is one of the best
Am I still red?
Yeah. Bathed in the blood of your enemies.
Who's my next opponent?
This is the championship round. A full squad-on-squad combat. Piotr Idukan leads the same team he's taken to victory in over a dozen Deep Roads expeditions. Are you ready to face the final test?
Ready to win the title.
May the ancestors choose wisely.
Evelyn is now bright
This
red.
is a glory proving. Fought under the eyes of the paragons of Orzammar to honor the memory of King Endrin. Only 2 warriors.
Jesus
remain.
Christ!
Fighting for his royal cousin Balin, Piotr Idukan
Never been
has led
surprised
his
by all
team
the
to
blood
triumph
accumulation
over
before.
every unit so far.
Shit, it's not that it's
Challenging him
blood.
On behalf of Lord Harriman,
How do you
the
know?
Grey Warden has risen from nothing to stand at the competition summit. Each will lead a full unit of 4 soldiers to see once and for all whom the ancestors favor.
Why is that a full unit?
Judgment is questioned. The throne will
An
never be
absolute
outright
unit.
Shut up and fight.
Last one standing will be declared victor. Fight!
Alright. First things first. Alright, I'm gonna get one of these things started. You guys just, keep them over there. That would be great.
I love how women starting off running in the opposite direction.
So, okay, let's get one of these going. Alright, and... Guys, keep them off of me, please.
You know what the definition of insanity is, for?
Alright. Guys. Let's leave them back in here, or Alistair, you can just fight them over there. That's fine.
Me and my shadow.
The winner is the Grey Warden.
Well, she's not red anymore. The snowstorm cleaned her.
Either that or he just went from renegade to paragon.
Called the horns of my army. Do you deny this Grey Warden has earned the championship? Then it is my honor to declare this Grey Warden champion of the Proving, who has shown that the ancestors favor Lord Harriman.
It was an honor.
Through this day, we affirm the friendship between our city and your order.
Okay. So... Okay, well... I don't know if that's going to impact things going forward. I'm gonna still do what I can to see what I can do. Oh, Vartag's gonna yell.
To be every bit the snake I feared. You agreed to aid my prince, then turn on him in the most public forum in Orzammar. Well, you'll never meet him now, traitor. Not until he's on the throne and tosses your sorry hide into the deep roads.
Just hear me out, I can explain.
Explain what? That you just realized what a puling imbecile Harriman is and want to throw your lot in with a winner?
Huh. Both of these are interesting options. I want to make it up to Balin. He's the rightful king, and now Harriman trusts me. Unlike your other spies. Both of them are pretty... Both of them are pretty good. I'm actually going to go with, and now Harrowmont trusts me.
Yeah, I think that's the better option here.
I see your point. Had you come to us first, Harrowmont would have suspected you. Now, he has no reason to think you're anything other than his champion. On the proving grounds and off.
What are you doing? You gave Lord Harrowmont your word.
My lady, you do not know Harrowmont as we do. Long has he plotted to steal the throne from the Idukans.
And they say your prince killed his own brother and father. It seems it is only Lord Harrowmont's influence that prevented him from profiting from his crime.
Keep your companion under control. I would hate to see her thrown into the deep roads because of a cultural misunderstanding.
Harrowmont seems an honorable man. This Prince Balin will not even deign to speak with you. Why should you help him?
Well, Wynn, consider this. Maybe the people who appear to be honorable are actually not all of that good around here.
You gotta understand, this is the same woman who keeps trying to talk you back into the circle. I think her sense of honor is a little skewed.
Alright, let's see. I should not judge him before understanding him fully.
I suppose I never considered that.
So, it's agreed then? You will infiltrate Harrowmont's ranks for us?
I'll need Balin's support in return.
For your treaty, right? I heard about that. Sure. If Balin's king, he'll help you against the Blight. If it turns out you helped him get there. If you really want Balin's trust, you'll have to prove your loyalty to Harrowmont as just an act. What has he asked you to do next?
He hasn't said yet. I came to you first.
Then find out and come tell me. If you want to be of use to the prince, this is your chance to prove it. Stay away from Lord Helmy at a later date. I'm sure we can find a better way to prove your worth. I look forward to seeing you again.
Well. But yes, I am literally just pulling like a little double agent trick here. I just wanted to fight in the provings, to be honest. If they'd given me the option to actually fight for Balin, I would have. But they didn't, so...
I will never get over how quiet you are.
It took me years and years to learn, and even then I'm not the best at it.
So you didn't sneak around when spying?
We all had different ways of doing things. Some preferred not to be seen at all, to cloak themselves in shadow and darkness. I realized that it is not such a bad thing to be seen, as long as you do not stand out and are quickly forgotten. I specialized in blending in, not drawing attention and looking like I had every right to be there. It is invisibility, but of another kind.
Yeah?
Yes, but I heard you often seduced your targets. They'd remember you.
Not if they died. Dying while in the company of a lovely seductress. Tell me that isn't a good death.
I don't know if I should take you seriously. But you scare me sometimes.
She should. So, I'm actually going to do a quick bonus save.
I mean, probably for the best.
Just in case I need to go back and do something different. But anyway. Alright, let us track down this Harrowmont and find out what he wants me to do.
Money.
He doesn't want money. Well, he wants the throne, but...
I mean...
Alrighty. So...
News of the hour.
Harrowmont's estate. Okay. Let's see. There's butler, several nobles, Harrowmont guard. The fuck is Harrowmont? Can I... Okay, am I missing something? Do I need to go find, what's his name?
These are the personal apartments of
Okay.
High General Lord Harrowmont. No visitors are allowed at this time.
Alright, maybe I need to activate something else. I think I need to find, what's his name? Oh, he said he was gonna be at Tapster's. The fuck am I doing?
Good question.
Yeah. You can shut up, by the way. I heard that. I may be distracted by playing this game, but...
The thing is, I can just as much as your team can tank.
They do occasionally.
As do I. But occasionally is only just that. On occasion.
Right. So you could stop now. Get some practice in.
Well, I could.
I love how you left that open. Da 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 da. All right. Oh, and there's Lord Helmy. Okay. I guess.
I can't take it.
Huh.
I do like how a lot of
I
the
hear your
doors in this
performance in
place
the
look like
proving
they're
was
just
nothing
welded
short
together
of
from
amazing.
scrap metal.
I thank you for whatever you said to Guidon. He fought like a Berescarn and showed many Deshers the strength of House Harrowmont's support. There can no longer be any doubt where your sympathies lie. If you're ready, Lord Harrowmont will see you now.
It would be an honor.
The honor is ours to have found such a staunch and upright ally. His lordship is looking forward to meeting you.
Mm-hmm. So again, Harrowmont is going to seem like the obvious answer. Especially if you're playing a quote-unquote good run. And, I mean, technically, I suppose, but he's very much about maintaining the traditions. And as you can see, I have nothing but contempt for their traditions. Alright, so here is, I believe, a cutscene. Hi, Harrowmont.
I appreciate what you have done, Warden, and I apologize for putting one of your rank through such trials. I am Lord Pyrell Harrowmont, and I thank you for your efforts to help me preserve King Endrin's throne.
Hi. Oh god, his name escapes me, but voice actor who plays Zaid in Mass Effect, as well as Mayor Murdoch in Redcliffe here. And other characters that are going to show up in the future as well. So... why would Endrin prefer you over his own son?
You may not know the story, but Balin is actually the youngest of three. Endrin's eldest, Trian, was murdered in the Deep Roads not a year ago. His middle son was found standing over the body and was exiled. But I've always found it suspicious that Balin knew just where to look. Endrin loved his sons too much to voice such suspicions. But he knew Balin's only interest in ruling was to further his own power.
You believe you'd be a better king than Balin?
I have never sought the throne. My role was to serve Endrin, first as his advisor, then as an elected Desher in the Assembly. Harrowmont has never been king, and I always assumed Trian would rule after his father. But both Endrin and my colleagues have asked me to step up, and I will not back down when Orzammar needs me.
The Assembly has more power than the king?
The Assembly represents the voices of the wisest, most noble families. While we need a single king to preside over important functions and lead us in battle, the Assembly better represents all in Orzammar.
All I want is your support against the Blight.
For us, the Darkspawn are a constant menace, so a Blight may not elicit the same urgency you are used to. Ultimately, the Assembly decides what troops to send. If they no longer fear civil war, They'll have no reason to hold back. If you want my support to count, I will have to be king. And right now, there is no sure way to get there. Have you heard of a woman named Jarvia and the criminal carter she runs?
Mm-hmm. What about them?
The Assembly receives pleas every day from the common folk, begging that something be done about her. So far, no one has managed. Jarvia hides her base in Dust Town, the raw edges of the city where no one lives but castless and criminals. If you would help me in this, it would show the Assembly that I, and not Balin, have the ability to defend and rule this city.
I'll deal with Jarvia. Be ready to help against the Blight.
Do this, and I promise if I take the throne, I will not stop until the Assembly sends your troops. Look for Jarvia in Dust Town. Do whatever it takes to see that justice is served.
And I agree, Ragnar. Like, he probably even means well. I'm even going to give him that credit. The problem is, meaning well does not necessarily always translate to doing the right thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, now that we know what the next task is going to be, need to track down Vartag Gavorn.
Grey Wardens endorse paralyzing Orzammar's military. Lord Balin is...
Oh, Balin fanatics! Great, awesome. I don't want to fight you guys. But I'm not going to have a choice, am I?
I mean, you kind of made your bed when you fought in that hole.
Yeah, I know.
Now it's time to sleep in it.
Well, they actually did their jobs for once.
Must be one of those occasions.
Alright. See, this is the problem with having fanatics do your dirty work.
Mm-hmm.
If they don't know what you're actually doing, they're just gonna attack you. So let's see, is Vartag here, or did he... Yeah, he's here. Ah, and the Assembly cache. Sweet. Hey, Vartag.
Did you talk to Harriman? What does he want you to do?
I am to put an end to Jarvia.
That's a good plan. If he can claim credit for stopping the Carter, Harriman will be in Golden with a lot of Deshers. It's a little odd, though, given his associations with Dust Town smugglers.
What kind of associations?
Well, I'm surprised Harriman's protecting Orzammar from the Carter when I have solid evidence his own cousin supplies the Illyrian.
Huh. You want me to make that evidence public?
These papers show ties between the Carter and young Harville Harriman. If you ensure they are found in Jarvia's possession, I guarantee the Prince will want to talk to you. And don't bother looking for Lord Helmy and Lady Dace. This is a far better way to prove your worth.
I see.
Of course.
So I did technically lose out on finishing that mission. But I don't really have a problem with that. Alright, key to the city? Yeah, I think that's going to be better than that. +2 to all attributes. So, you know. Life Giver, ooh. Yeah, may as well drop that on you. Okay. So, this is an interesting path. Yeah. Alright. See, I don't really think for a second that Harriman has necessarily actually been involved with the trading with lyrium. He might have been, but I know that Balin is doing sketchy shit. I'm not ignorant to that. I'm just saying, you know,
means justify the ends.
in a way, Harrowmont is someone who is going to hold all of Orzammar back because of his very old-fashioned ideas of what tradition is. I probably can show them to the Shaper, although I worry that that might make him more suspicious than anything. Game is freezing up, which is always a good sign. Alright.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll give it a shot just to see what does happen. He's probably just going to confirm what I already know anyway, which is I don't think these papers are legitimate. Game is loading, taking forever. Game is loading, running everywhere. Anyway.
Grey Wardens present in Orzammar.
Blah, 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 blah. Stop crying at me, I don't care.
Wardens endorse paralyzing Orzammar's military.
Fuck off. You guys are just, you're fake media, that's what you are. Fake news.
God damn it.
Don't believe a word they say. I mean, they actually are legitimately just, you know, quote-unquote fake news. Alright, let's see. What does the Shaper have to say about this, if he has anything at all? Alright, I'm just gonna save here.
Ah, you return, Warden. Is there more you would know from Orzammar's memories?
No.
Your presence has been recorded in the memories. I wish you well.
Okay, well, now it's, before it was, I don't understand the significance. Now it's, your presence has been recorded in the memories. I wish I knew why. I wish I understood the significance. Like, well, let me tell you the significance. I'm a Grey Warden, bitch! That is the significance!
I mean...
Rumors of Grey Warden mass.
You can kiss my staff.
I mean, that's some major chappage.
Of the hour, Lord Balin's claims that Lord
I mean... At this time and day, Evelyn of the Grey Wardens told the Shaper I should go.
I understood that reference.
Well, I should hope so. I believe you watched my entire Mass Effect series.
That I did.
I forget if that was before or after you actually got to know me.
I think it was before.
Huh. Well, I mean, probably not to the same extent that we know each other now, anyway.
Oh, no. Yeah. I mean, technically the first thing I ever saw of you was your Toriel Ask blog.
Yeah?
I didn't even know, other things were things.
attack for Balin.
And then I discovered you did Let's Plays.
Uh-huh. Alright, well, if you guys can keep them centralized there... No! Keep them away from me!
Apparently this is not one of those occasions.
You idiots!
You maniacs! You blow it up!
You idiots!
Oh no, wait. Correction. You blew it up. Because you're the only one actually taking action.
Ah, stupid. Why are you over there? What is wrong with you?
And this is why I'm not.
Are you... What has happened to you? Why are you like this? Oh my god. No, ask fucking BioWare. What the fuck even? I have changed their tactics?
Get away. You'll change like the rest. Monsters hidden in all my friends.
What are you talking about?
They follow you. Once you are in the story, they possess your friends and follow. See? I found copies. All from the same pen, and older than the ones in song. Dormant my ass. Take them. I want out.
Okay.
I won't disappear chasing
Some John
a lie.
Carpenter bullshit.
Well, this is actually an entire quest line.
Told him I don't understand why the
Alright.
I mean, it's how the ancestors show their favor. Do they really need our help to decide who's worthy? And then he practically slapped me. Lord Dennick Helmy, honored Desher of the Orzammar Assembly, and terrible disappointment to my esteemed mother, who doesn't like me spending time in taverns. You understand what I'm saying, right? On the surface, there are no castes, and it works fine. Am I right, Warden?
Well, the thing is, things are hardly equal on the surface, but a controversial opinion for a dwarf in the assembly.
Very good. I guess someone already told you I was good for nothing, drinking my life away at tapsters. Or did they leave off at greatest shame to ever fall upon the assembly? I'm always like that. You know, most smiths and tavern keeps would make decent deshers if we gave them a chance and a seat in the assembly. Orzammar are so mired in tradition, no one bothers asking if the castes are even necessary.
I happen to agree with you. How does the caste system work, anyway?
Badly.
Yeah.
You serious? Well, it's simple, I guess. The king and elected deshers of the assembly are at the top. Then it's the nobles. Then the warriors and all the craftsmen. At the bottom are servants. The casteless and criminals are below even that. Your caste is determined by that of your same-sex parent. And that's where you stay your whole life, whatever your skill.
Okay, so that's how it works. So, like, for example, if Balin happened to hook up with a casteless person and their child turned out to be a son, then the entire family would be raised to noble status. However, if, you know, he hooked up with a casteless woman and she gave birth to a daughter, Balin would then be a casteless. That's how that works. And as you can guess, it's an incredibly stupid idea.
Yeah.
So, you get to vote on the next king?
Me and 79 other fine, upstanding examples of how someone who's born into every privilege inevitably wants more.
Dude.
They're not fond of my views on equality.
I dig the way this man is talking. Who are you voting for?
I doubt either candidate has been outside the Diamond Court in his life. But Lord Harrowmont seems a bit more forgiving. Prince Balin's brilliant, I'll give him that, and subtle as sin. But I don't think anything in Orzammar matters more to him than winning.
Uh-huh. I should get going.
As you wish.
And, oh, it's Ogren.
What do you want? Hey, I heard about you, Grey Warden, coming from the surface. Great crisis in the world. People are saying how you've thrown yourself on Harrowmont's wagon train. I figured you'd be the one, you know, who could help me find Branca. But I guess you're just like all the rest.
All the rest of whom?
Power-hungry Deep Lords. The only real concern they have is whose ass gets the throne. You don't have to play dumb, Warden. Their lackeys only come to me when they want something. Well, if you want the secrets of a paragon, do the work and find her.
Is that who Branca is? She's a paragon?
City's only living paragon, and she's been lost in the Deep Roads for 2 years. 2 years, and no one's raised a bleeding army to go look for her. What's it matter to you, huh? You trying to find out her secrets? That what Harrowmont sent you here for?
Not exactly, no.
He's been poking around, trying to find things out about her, what she was looking for. Won't tell me spit, though. He looking to take it for himself. A little lost technology of the ancients to throw Balin right out of the picture?
What if I genuinely want to help you? Wait. I don't think he would respond to that. What are you talking about? What technology?
You are looking for it. Of course, that's all anyone cares about.
No.
Well, sod off and sod your mother too. I need a bleeding drink. You keep on your errands. Until your boss really commits to looking, you're getting nothing but smoke out of old Ogren.
Okay. Well, that's not what I wanted to do. So, I'm just gonna do this again. Game, keep loading, please. I'm gonna see what I can do to cut through some of the bits of Orzammar and polish that off as much as I can tonight, so that next time we can focus on something else.
I mean, it's how they... Lord Dennick, you understand what I'm saying, right? On the surface, Orzammar is so mired in tradition, no one bothered. Your caste is determined. They're not fond of my views on it. Prince Balin's brilliant, I'll give him that.
Alright. Well, since that first conversation went poorly...
What do you... Hey, I guess you're just like all the rest. You don't have to play dumb. What's... He looking to take it for himself? A little lost technology of the ancients to throw Balin right out of the picture?
What if I genuinely want to help you?
Too little, too late. But it's a nice gesture, Warden. If you think your boot kissing will get you an in I don't have, you're welcome to try this. I know both Harrowmont and Balin have been asking about her. 2 years without a peep, and suddenly now they want to start looking. If you find out what they know, it might just put me a step closer to finding her. Or sit here and have a drink. It's all the bleeding same to me. Barkeep?
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna hear you from all the way over here, dude. Especially when you're like, barkeep.
I mean, that's just it. Like, given how red his eyes are, I have the distinct impression he's on a little more than he's letting on.
I mean... Alright. And so... Well, at least she's not muffled through a wall this time. She's just cutting herself off. And so...
Who are you? You don't look like any guardsman I ever saw, and that's not much of a uniform.
I'm Evelyn, a Grey Warden.
Oh, you looking for a chance to bring in some coin? Could be I have that opportunity. Especially for someone with a few connections above ground.
Well, I'd have to hear what you're asking.
No offense, but your kings have some laws that don't make sense in a practical kind of world. Like about who gets to buy and sell lyrium. The sacred gift stone provides us to show her love. No law should regulate that. The laws are meant to keep mages away from the stuff, so there's always buyers in the Circle Tower. I got one man named Godwin. He's expecting a delivery of a stone's weight. You want an investment opportunity? I could see fit to, say, sell you that lyrium instead, at the reasonable price of 50 sovereigns. You can keep it, or, since you can travel freely from here, sell it to Godwin, who you know is buying. And if you bring back his return order, I could pay you, say, 20 sovereigns as a finder's fee.
So this is interesting. You may remember when we were at the Circle Tower, there was a guy who was sealed up in a wardrobe, and he was pretty much scared. He's like, yeah, no, I'm just gonna hole up in here now. That was Godwin. The guy that this guy is apparently selling lyrium to.
Well.
50's a bit much when you've got no options. 40.
You haggle like a merchant born. Deal. Here's the lyrium, then. You, probably don't want to take it out of the box. I'll be waiting for the next order somewhere out of sight. Say, just around the corner.
Uh-huh. That's fair. Shady Corbett?
What do you want, Warden?
Oh.
You're out of your element down here.
I'm looking for a thief who dared to steal from the Shaperate.
Is that so? What makes you think anyone here would turn me, this person in? You've walked into a sodding fight, Warden, and I've already passed your stupid tome along. Too bad for you.
You know, this is not going to go the way you think it's going to go, dude.
What's on your mind?
No.
It is no trouble.
I don't want to talk to you. I want to loot the corpse. Proving receipt. Ah. The thief didn't have a stolen tome. The receipt on his body suggests he may have passed out to someone in the proving grounds. I'll have to keep that in mind. Okay, and this is one of the people that convinces me that I do not want to support Harrowmont because he supports a system that does this to people.
I mean...
Well, look at that. It's not often old Nadezhda sees a fine-dressed stranger here in Dusttown. Help a poor cripple.
Wow, what about a generous kick in the face if you ask again? Jesus Christ! Here's 5 silvers. Buy yourself some food.
You're as kind as you are beautiful. I owe you when I get back on my feet. If my feet still work.
You're standing.
It takes a stranger to notice how bad things are, huh? No dwarf would lift a sodding finger. Excuse my language. What takes you out of the diamond quarter, stranger? You got a vice you're looking for old Nadezhda to fill?
How... Boy, this is an interesting question. How did you get crippled?
I'd say it was an accident, try to get some sympathy coin. But you look like you'd rather hear the truth. I was running protection for the Carta when some guardsmen caught me. Duster I was with had coin for a bribe, but I took a stand. Guardsmen broke my sodding kneecaps and had me kneel in dung until the infection set in. Never healed proper.
Can they just get away with that?
I don't know where you're from, but in Orzammar, casteless have no lineage, so it's no crime to hurt you. You're born to wear a branded face in Orzammar, and you'll live your life in Dusttown.
What do you mean by brand?
Means you don't exist. It tells everyone who sees you not to work with you, not to serve you, and not to care if you're hurt. The Deep Lords burn it into us the day we're born, so no one accidentally oversteps her place.
Do you know a woman named Jarvia?
Know her. I used to run with her. Jarvia took over the Carta not more than a year ago, and already she's got every duster with both legs bearing swords for her.
Huh. Where could I find her?
Won't be easy. She's gotten real careful since Barat died. Real paranoid. She's got Carta members all carrying these fingerbone tokens. She scratches some mark into them so she'll know they came from her. There's doors to her base all over the city, but only one is ever open at a time. And if you show up without a token, you'd never know it was there.
Where do I find one of these tokens?
Can't help you there, Salraka. The Carta members keep them real tight. But that's worth something, right? Maybe just a little.
I've already given you money. But I'll give you 10 silver. Take care of yourself.
I'll think of you when I go to bed with a full stomach.
Yeah, I have no problem with that. So that's one of them. And here's the other one. Here's the other one.
It's not for me.
This is the one that makes me super pissed off.
Have you a coin to spare, milady? It's for my son. He's sick. He hasn't any clean clothes to wear or anything to eat today. Neither have I.
Why doesn't your son's father help you?
A question I ask every day. He was eager enough for a daughter who would bring him into the mining caste. But since the boy was born, I've not seen nose or heel of the lout. And me alone on the street, forbidden to return to my family unless I... But no, I can't bear to even think of it.
What does your family want you to do?
My son's father is casteless, as is he. I used to be a miner, but my parents stripped my caste and refused to accept me back. Unless I agree to abandon the child in the deep roads and pretend I never bore him.
If you're a minor, why would your son be cast? Well, we already know that, but... That's horrible.
I cannot abandon my baby. The Shapers teach that only children of true lineage exist, not those born casteless. They never carry the child. He cries like any other infant, and smiles when he's warm and full. I can't kill him because of an accident of birth, an accident I forced on him.
Wow, and I can persuade her to kill her baby. Not gonna do that. Maybe I could reason with your family.
You would do that? But why?
Because you don't deserve this! I mean, I don't like to see a child suffer, and also Orzammar must change with the times. I agree with both of these. But I don't like to see a child suffer.
Then I cannot offer enough gratitude. But I warn you, my father is a stiff-necked man. His name is Ordell, and he's usually at Tapster's in the evening. I do not think he will listen to you. But I will wait anxiously to see if you can do what you promise.
Well, I can give that a shot. Probably not going to get through all of the stupid bullshit politicking stuff today. That would be nice, but quite frankly, this has already been going on for a couple of hours. And might I add, we're also in a position where our AC has died.
Yeah.
So that's not fun. Just FYI. Last I checked, it was around almost 80 degrees inside.
Joy.
Fahrenheit. Anyway.
What are you looking at, stranger?
A dwarf. Are you Ordell?
I could be. What business is it of yours?
If you don't take Zerlinda back, she'll die.
What? You think she'd die just to keep that thing?
She knows what she has to do to come home. I never wanted her gone.
Just the little cur. Can't she see she'd have a better life if she got rid of it?
Could you pretend your child never existed?
I've been trying. It's not as easy as I thought. Look, just tell her... We never meant to hurt her. It just seemed best then. Just tell her to come home. Her mother and I are waiting for her.
And he teleported. So, okay. Just tell her I'll be at home. Blink!
Nothing personal, kid.
Jesus Christ. So yeah, basically those combinations of two stories where people who are in desperate situations have to turn to crime because they don't have any other options, and someone who's turned out by her own family just because she gave birth to a baby that was the wrong gender. I don't agree with this current system, and Harrowmont will uphold that. And I'm gonna say, this is a true statement that I apply also to the real world. Even if someone individually means well and they want to do the right thing, if their politics or the way that they would actually enact laws are things that would cause more harm than good, then no, I don't want them in that position of power. You can be a good person but still do bad things. It's absolutely possible. So while I don't necessarily hate Harrowmont, and I understand why he does what he does, he upholds a system because he ignores that there are people dying and suffering because, as far as he's concerned, they're not people. So anyway.
You're back. I thought you weren't coming. What did he say?
He teleported, so just so you know, your dad's magic, but, your father wants you both to come home.
Both of us? I
I don't believe he said that. I've never heard him refer to my son as anything but trash. He calls him it. But maybe Mother convinced him. Or you did. Oh, my friend. I cannot thank you enough. If this were a story, my son would grow to manhood and pledge himself as a knight in your service. When he grows up, I will send him to you. I promise.
That's not necessary. Just okay. All right. Just make sure that he's not dead. Okay? That's the main thing that I'm looking at, okay?
Yeah.
And also, I don't want you to die. So take care of yourself, please. All right.
Well, look what we have here. Jarvia said you were looking for trouble. Congratulations. You found it.
Alright. Well, if you want to do this... Alright. Well, if this is how we're gonna do it... Oh, good. Great. Excellent. Okay. Alright. Let's... Okay, do you guys want to, like...
Don't kill me! Sorry, ancestors. What do they teach you on the surface? You fight like a bleeding archdemon. Sweet bloody stone, look at them all.
Oh, Lesky's not here, Ragnar. Tell me where your base is.
The base is below the city. You can get to it through the wall of the third house on this row. Put this token through the slot, and it'll open. Will you let me go now?
Yes. And you won't want to be at Jarvia's when I get there.
Really? Oh, thank you. You're a good person. How do they say it?
The ancestors have shown their favor.
Bless you. Don't kill me. Sorry, ancestors. You fight like a bleeding archdemon.
The conversation is looping.
Look at them all.
We just had this conversation. Tell me where your base is, I guess.
Good fucking Jordan.
Alright, I guess that's over.
I guess.
Of course.
I mean... Like... It does this, and it did this before, too. Way back... when? Please. Even before bug fixes, it would loop that conversation. Alright, Liliana, you got the lockpicks? Alright. And what's in here? Dwarven? Jesus Christ. Dwarven armored gloves! I can speak! Okay, thank you, Ragnar.
Yes.
I hope you have a wonderful sleep, and I look forward to chatting with you next time.
Take care.
Idle dwarf with dead nugs? What?
Your clothes are so fancy. Did you get them topside?
Yes. I'm Evelyn. Pleased to meet you.
My ma'am used to say they don't got no stone to protect them topside. If I go up there, I'm gonna fall into the sky.
I'm gonna fall into the sky? You just have to hold on real tight with your feet. No, that doesn't happen.
Yes. When my dad left, he never came back. Who's to say he didn't fall up, eh?
I have to go now.
Don't fall into the sky when you go back up there.
Okay. I still love... You just have to hold on real tight with your feet.
I mean...
Like, I mean? I suppose technically, but we also have the help of gravity. Alright, let's see.
Like to buy something, I hope. I want that surface...
You're good for that, he says. Alright, I'm not gonna sell a Sala. Probably don't need a lot of these things. Alright, I still have my werewolf pelt from earlier. Alright. Well. Just dead people in the street, it seems like. Let's see. What? Oh, and I think I hit a wrong button somewhere. Let's see, did I tell them to hold their position? Yep, I hit the wrong button. There we go. Alright. So, I am actually going to go... I can't? What? Oh, okay. Alright, that's fine. Excellent. I actually want to go back to camp. Among other things. Yeah, it was many years ago. I think verging on a decade.
What happened, and I don't really know what to say. But I feel like I need to say something. Sorry, perhaps.
I do not need sympathy, so do not feel obliged to give me comfort. We all die, Liliana, and we all know it. How is this different?
Because it's sooner?
Is it really? I may die next year, or I may die tomorrow, shot through the heart by a bandit's arrow. I do not know for sure. The constant fear of death is enough to take the joy out of anything, especially life. Do not worry for me or for yourself. Death will take us when it wills. Until then, we shall live, truly live.
Excellent advice. You don't know when you're going to die, so there's really no point in worrying about it.
I mean...
And that
YOLO,
is...
as the children say.
That is very impressive, oh, what's the name? Because I can't... Cecil. Forgive me! I have terrible eyesight. I actually need to get glasses, but... when you're poor, it turns out that's a lot harder.
Yeah.
I think, you know what's actually hilarious? On the occasions that I have actually gone out to visit Griffin here, we used to joke that if his prescription glasses actually worked for me, I was going to be like, I give up. Because we have so many things in common. And it turns out, while it's not actually perfect, it's not exactly what I want it to be, they still work for me, and it's close enough that it actually fixes my vision just a little bit. So, I mean, that's a hell of a fucking coincidence. Even if it were perfectly spot on, I would have had issues. Also, Liliana.
Something I can help with?
Never mind. I guess I need to get your approval up more? But that doesn't make sense. Did I not give you something that you need? Well... didn't I already give her this? Well, I may as well.
Oh, how dear of you.
I did already give...
so much.
I did already give that to her. I just had another case of Andraste's ashes I get. Or... fucking petals, whatever that is. Silver Sword of Mercy... Search for the true prophet. Oh, and the blue satin shoes. This is another cutscene one. So.
Oh, how dear of you.
What?
Thank you so much.
But, wait. What?
Something I can help with? Yes? What's on your mind?
Never mind. Wait.
Something I can help with? Yes? What? Of course I do. I love stories far too much to keep them to myself. Everyone should be able to benefit from them, I think.
Well, I'm gonna take a minute to cycle through these. Alright, tell me about Darkspawn.
Chantry lore says it is man's pride that created the Darkspawn. In ages past, the mages of the Tevinder Imperium ruled much of the world we know. And their pride, they thought their magics invincible and imagined that they were greater than the Maker himself. So thinking, they invaded his golden city
planning to take it for themselves and depose their own creator. But they were impure and full of sin. And it is with the sin that they tainted the Golden City, corrupting it forever. The Maker cursed them and cast them from his sight. Wherever they went, they spread the taint of their sin. Any land that was touched by the taint became blighted and would suffer no life. Instead, the Darkspawn arose to torment us and remind us of our hubris.
Huh. Well, anyway, enough of that. Any stories about Orlais?
Of course, Orlesians enjoy telling stories. I shall tell you my favorite tale of Evelyn, the Knight of Orlais.
Sure. That sounds interesting.
A long time ago, a girl child was born to a farmer. He had hoped for a son, not a daughter, and so he told his wife to abandon the child in the woods. Before the cold could claim her, the baby was found by a tribe of Dalish elves who took pity on the poor mewling thing and raised her as their own. Evelyn, for that is what they called her, grew strong and quick and clever under the guidance of the elves. She learned to wield the sword as well as any man, could kill a deer with an arrow at 100 paces, and was as graceful on the back of a horse as she was on foot.
Huh. Continue, please.
Evelyn's Dalish guardians saw that she could easily best any Orlesian chevalier in battle, and wanted to show the cruel humans the child they had left to die. They bestowed upon her a fine horse and armor, and sent her to prove herself to her people in the grand tourney. Now in those days, no woman was allowed to take up arms, let alone compete in the grand tourney. But Evelyn kept her helmet on, and was not discovered.
Did she win the tourney?
Evelyn won many events, and gained the approval of the adoring crowd. Eventually, she came face to face with the knight Kaleva in the grand melee. Evelyn had already bested him in the joust, and Kaleva was determined not to lose a second time. Out of desperation to regain his honor, Kaleva tripped Evelyn and tossed her to the ground, ripping off her helmet as he did so. Silence fell upon the arena as Evelyn was revealed. Kaleva declared the previous competitions invalid. A woman had taken part, and this was not allowed. But the crowd cheered for Evelyn. Kaleva was furious, for he had lost to a woman and was now being shamed. Blinded by his rage, he forced Evelyn to her knees. "Know your place, woman," cried he, and slit her throat.
Well, fuck that douchebag.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
The son of the king, Prince Freyan, was present. He recognized Evelyn's skill and bravery, and began to see the injustice done to the women in his land. When he was made king, he rewrote the laws of Orlais so that women could also become chevalier. He honored Evelyn and knighted her after her death. And to this day, any female who is knighted reveres Evelyn the Brave, for she is the patron of all women chevalier.
Let's just move on. Alright, so that is gonna be where I call it for today.
Seems like a good time, yeah.
Because here's the thing, Orzammar is long. It is very long. It is something that, just like people have modded to skip the Fade segment, they have modded skip the Deep Roads segment, because that's coming up. Oh, that's right. And you can see how long the main mission already in Orzammar is, because it's taken us literally 2.5 hours to get nowhere!
Oh, Lord, it's coming.
And that's exactly how long it takes anyway, never mind our conversations and everything like that. But, like, legitimately, like, I don't like, it's not my favorite part of the game. I think it's excellent for storytelling and world building and all of that, and you get to see all of these wonderful things that the game developers put into the game. It's just so long. It's so long. And you get stuck on, and for me it's frustrating because these characters, the doors are so stuck in their ways that it's like, what do you mean change our ways? That's terrible. What a terrible idea. We deserve to suffer. We deserve to make people suffer for no reason except that they were born the wrong way. So, it's because I have to spend all of this interminable amount of time dealing with the fucking dwarves. Like, that is the reason why I don't like it as much. Anyway, alright, so since that's going to be it for this installment, I want to thank everyone who came out to watch today. As always, I love seeing your commentary as I go along. Those of you who are having a difficult week, I do hope that they get better. I do hope that things improve for you, that, you know, regardless of whether it's my videos here or something else that you find, that you are able to find something that brings you joy. Thank you, Griffin, for joining me once again as a co-host.
Always a pleasure.
And for those of you who might be available at some point tomorrow morning, the poll for the next game, because I finished To the Moon, so I had it up as a poll on Patreon for what I'm going to be playing next, and they have pretty decidedly voted on Danganronpa. So tomorrow morning at 3 a.m. for Central and 9 a.m. for GMT, aka the UK time, I'm going to be beginning that playthrough. And that's going to be something, because I've never actually played the game before. Like, I think I started something, but it was still in the very early segment of it, and I have every intention of now going through it to actually showcase the game. And obviously once I finish Danganronpa, which is going to be a while from now. That's a surprisingly long game, but it's worth it. But, as always, that's going to be another game that will be voted on after I complete that one. So, thank you guys so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you either tomorrow or next week.
Take care, everyone.
Take care.